Hello student, my name is Roshali Mammal and I am assistant professor in political science subject from Government College Art, Science and Commerce, Sankhli. So today's program is for TYBA. Subject is political science semester 6. Course code is POC 106. Course title is Western Political Thinkers from Rousseau to Marx. Unit number 2, Edmund Burke. Module name is Views on Liberty. Outline of this program will be Meaning of Liberty by Edmund Burke. Differences between liberty of Edmund Burke and John Locke. Learning outcomes. The student will able to understand the meaning of liberty given by Edmund Burke. Describe the differences between liberty of Edmund Burke and John Locke. Edmund Burke on liberty. Liberty for Edmund Burke is ideal, but it is dangerous if not practical. His approach to study of political theory is historical and practical. For Burke, liberty is valuable, but with that, security and property plays a very important and crucial role. It may be that institutions of ancient region were deficient in liberty, but in a slow, gradual growth of trial and error, by adaptation to circumstances in a form of government, had developed which, if not perfect, at least took account of and in a measure achieved a variety goods. This is a better so to insist on achieving someone good than others are lost. For goods are not good in abstraction and isolation, but only far as they fit harmoniously into a full and complete life. This means that individualism or liberty should be for a common purpose or for a social purpose and not for the individual purpose. For Burke, it is good cooperation between people and the government if they want to enjoy the priceless heritage of liberty. Here Burke says that people and the government have to cooperate with each other, and this cooperation will give a good heritage or good importance to the level of liberty. So if we want any kind of liberty or liberalism, then we should not see the individual liberty, we should focus on the government, and as a people we should cooperate with the government. Burke stressed on the French Revolution, which was inspired by the certain metaphysical ideals like liberty and natural rights, which were rooted in the realities of people's social and political life. So it is not achieved much. So he was kind of a rebel for French Revolution, and he felt that it is the metaphysical ideals like that of liberty which have affected, and that's the reason French Revolution did not achieve that much importance in many of the revolution. This is what Burke stresses on. Burke was against of individual's wisdom to manage social affair by himself. So he was kind of against to whom? To individual liberalism or individual liberty, but he was in favor of social or the common goodness of liberalism. For him, functioning constitution are the products of many minds over time. So if I am working, this means that I am not going to achieve. There should be a cooperation, there should be many minds which are working for a common goal. Burke rejects the liberal belief that individual is the best judge of his own good, and that the good result from the action of different individuals pursuing their own good. For him, individual is foolish, but the species is wise. He clearly stresses that the one who is thinking about himself or herself is a kind of foolishness, but a group or a social identity or social mind is a wise thing. Men are qualified for civil liberty in exact proportion to their disposition to put moral chains upon their own appetites. So he was kind favor, or he had shown the favoritism to the civil liberty rather than individual liberty. Liberty needs to be protected and regulated by the virtue and awe inculcated by our own religious tradition and also by a strong government. So he says that liberty can be protected. It can be protected not by individual but by certain religious tradition and by having a very strong government. A feeble or precious government or a changeable government, an unstable one, is no remedy for dangerous exercise of liberty. So, if a government is changing again and again, or it is feeble, okay, then it is a really very dangerous thing to exercise a liberty. It is not that Burke fears liberty. Indeed, he claims to love a manly, moral, regulated liberty as well as any gentleman, but that the association of state and church will encourage a care in its exercise. So he says that it is not that individual who is going to enjoy his liberty, but it is the church or the religious institution which will look individual liberty, or it will take a good care of their liberty. Okay, now we will see the difference between Edmund Burke and John Locke's liberty. For Edmund Burke, it is accord priority to common good. For John Locke, it is accord priority to individual good. So here Edmund Burke focuses on the social good or a common good. So how we are going to enjoy our liberty? We are going to enjoy our liberty with the social identity, yeah, or with the many minds identity. But whereas John Locke stresses on individual good. So he prefer individualism, individual freedom, individual choices matters most in John Locke's liberty. Then Edmund Burke stresses on liberty in the pursuit of common good, which implies self-discipline. So if you want to achieve liberty with the common minds, then what is more important? The more important is the self-discipline or the self-courage. So you will be having your certain rules, regulation, which that it will be more focused or more encouraged on what? On the common good. Whereas John Locke stresses on the liberty in the pursuit of self-interest, which implies on self-gratification. So individual interest or individual identity plays a very important role in John Locke's liberalism or liberty. So here are the references. Thank you.